Spartans! What is your profession?
Yes, people, another edition of Knightz Roundtable Discussions where we discuss all sports all the time. Got my guy, The Truth, with me. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good, man. Enjoying, well, the weather here in this country is a joke, fam. It is a joke. It's actually a joke.
We had summer for 2 days, 2 days, and all of a sudden now it's -1. We got ice and sleet.
I'm telling you, I'm like, freaking hell. Sunday nights, everyone thinking, yes, even if the temperature drops, it'll drop to like 15, 14. Nope. Temperature drop. We're talking about 5 degrees and all that. I'm ill because of it,
Listen,
I went out Sunday, temperature drop. I got ill Monday.
I'm not saying that Rona.
Boy, I'm telling you, this is why the virus is living in UK, and you get UK variants because they're enjoying the weather. For them, this is this is their holiday, boy. This is their holiday weather.
I'm telling you, it's a madness. But yes, people, back again for the review/preview show, our weekly episodic. Fucking hell, my mind's just gone blank, bro. That was like a dementia moment right there, bro. Our weekly episodic stream. We may have Mr. KA or Jay jump in. Jay's got legitimate reason for not being here. It's Mumsy's birthday. Happy birthday to Mumsy. Mr. KA's out here reading bedtime stories, but they may or may not jump in. Before we start, as usual, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Get them likes up, get them subscriptions up, and all that good stuff. I want to say a big thank you to all the people that have gotten our tennis video up to 500 views. We appreciate it, but we want views. We want views for everything else. So make sure all them views that you did for that tennis one, do it for the football, the UFC, the boxing, the WWE, and all the sports that we got coming as well, people. But we appreciate all the support that you've given us, and also make sure to jump on our social media pages as well. The links will be in the description. And that's enough of me waffling on. Let's get to talking about football. Obviously, last week we had the big game, Arsenal versus Liverpool, which ended a 3-0 away win for Liverpool. Truth, man, I don't know what to say. I mean, at halftime it was 0-0. At halftime it was 0-0. 60 minutes gone, it was 0-0, and then everything changed as soon as Diego Jota come on. Just explain to us what you just thought of the performance and how it was such a bad performance.
I'm not even going to talk about the game too much because I want to be real with you. I switched it off after the first half. I was that disgusted.
Fair.
Like people will say certain stuff about watching stuff and supporting, but I'm a person, I don't care about results too much. I'm more into, as a coach, I look at performances. And when I see something like that, I'm so disgusted. I get so angry. I'm not going to make myself angry even more by watching something I don't like. That was poo-poo water for me, fam. It was one of the worst things I've seen in my life. And let me put into consideration. Consider this. Fulham, Wolves, and Chelsea, that were Liverpool's last 3 games in the Premier League, all had over 10 shots versus them.
Mm-hmm.
We had 2 shots. 2 shots. Two shots we had. And we're talking about teams like Fulham. Chelsea don't even attack like that. Chelsea on defensive side now, they didn't even attack like that. They had 10 shots because this Liverpool team is shit. This Liverpool team is dead. Look what Real Madrid did to them. Real Madrid were playing basic football, not even doing nothing special. Get the ball to Cruz, Cruz looked up, boom, popped it. Because when you got a defense of of Kabak, Nat Phillips, who was the next coming of freaking Maldini or Nesta from the way they were talking about him. And then, you know, the star of the show, Mr. MVP himself, Trent AA.
Oh my days, blood. Nah, I'm sorry. Before I let you continue, bruv. Listen, listen. Nobody don't try and chat to me about this brother. I'm telling fam, and this is why I would be more disappointed if I was an Arsenal fan. Did you see what Vinicius was doing to this brother, bruv?
Apparently, I've got a what do you call it? A scribe of the team talk that Madrid said. Apparently, in the dressing room, they're all saying, "Guys, let's get on Trent AA." They're talking in Spanish and everything, you know, talking in Spanish. They're like, "Yeah, Trent AA." Let's get on him.
Everyone's blueprint when they play Liverpool is get on Trent AA, fam. You know, it's open season. If you're a left winger, it's open season on Trent Alexander. And we're not even talking about Vinicius. Like, all right, he's a talented player. Like Sterling, talented player. Rashford, talented player. But this guy's been getting toasted by like Pedro Neto. This guy's been taking that Diallo at Southampton. Dwight McNeil. Do you know what Dwight McNeil did to this guy, bro?
Oh my day, this open season. It is open season. You know what they're saying? If this guy was to go to Amsterdam, this guy would come back with a case on him because people are just going in and not coming out.
I'm telling you, like the guy is dead food, bruv.
But yet there's certain man them that want him to be England's #1 choice for back this season.
Fam, you know what I think about these pundits and how much shit they chat, bruv. Like they're trying to gas this man up. As a full-back, your first responsibility is to defend. Bruv, this guy couldn't defend his gal. I said it before and I said it again. He couldn't defend his gal. If the man then pulled up and told his gal, come here, he wouldn't be able to defend there, bruv. That is how bad this youth is. And don't get me wrong, I understand that he's still young. He's still learning the game. And I know that he was, I think he was a centre midfielder in the youth. Put him back in centre midfield.
Yeah.
Put him back in centre midfield because, bro, playing this youth at fullback is criminal. It is a disgrace. You know how it's a disgrace to fullbacks playing this guy and then trying to say that he should be playing for England over Kyle Walker and Reece James. Over Kyle Walker and Reece James. Reece James does both. Kyle Walker used to be like Trent in terms of you could get at him defensively, but he's improved massively. And I know it's a case of, bring Trippier or Trent. Leave the both of them. Leave the both of them. You only need Walker and Reece James. You don't need none of the others. So all these people trying to say, get Trent in this England team. Bro, if I'm France, bruv, listen, it doesn't even have to be, bruv, Kingsley Coleman, if I'm Martial, bruv, give me Trent, sorry. Bruv, if I'm Belgium, Forgan Hazard, Eden Hazard, bruv, just any Hazard. Any Hazard, give me Trent.
That's the thing. I'm saying, I'm the only one saying take Trent, but not as a right back. Take him on the right side of midfield. And I'm not talking about a winger. I'm not talking about attacking winger. I'm talking about David Beckham, right midfielder. I know no one heard of that position no more. That's gone out of the game. 4-4-2 doesn't think no more.
It's RW, bro.
It's RW. The only wingers now. No, I don't even want a winger. He has to be a right-sided midfielder. And he just has to come on late in the game. I'm not talking starting him. He comes on, if we're running out of ideas, have him on the right side of midfield, whip crosses in, get Calvert-Lewin in there, go 4-4-2, and you use that as a plan C, D, E, whatever you want to call it. But no, he doesn't start. He doesn't start because your plan's out the window if he starts.
Bro, listen, I told people already, if Trent Alexander goes to the Euros and starts for England, they might as well pack their bags and leave from early, bro, in the group stages.
It's a sackable offence.
Every oh no, sorry people, we've got the Europa League United game in the background and the Arsenal game as well. It's going on currently whilst we're talking. I saw Pogba on the floor. I nearly had a heart attack. But he can't. He can't. I'm sorry, he cannot. But listen, I had to go in on him because, bro, the assist that he gave for the goal to Asensio, that diving header assist that he gave, bruv, in the first goal where Vinicius was oh, listen, Comedy Central, but we're going to circle back. We are going to do our England predictions for the squad and all that, and we will be talking Euros at the end of the season. But just going back to Arsenal.
But it shows. But this is it shows. Look how much we're dissing. Trent, look at Prime Cafu against us. Why are shit players playing like world class players? Trent was there flipping, celebrating his assist, and I was thinking, we are letting Liverpool, this team that's lost 6 out of the last 10 games, run us ragged. Oh my days! As a coach, and this is why I switched up. As a coach, I just saw why are Liverpool with their lazy press getting through to us? It was a lazy press. What I mean by lazy is that their players were just running towards us with no intention of even tackling or winning the ball. They were just scaring our players. They're running towards our players, got scared. We couldn't even string 3 passes together. I was like, what is going on? And it comes back to this. I've always said, if I see something going on, I'll support him, but I will criticize him when need be. And Arteta has to come in for criticism for the way things are going since after that Tottenham game. Okay, so after that Tottenham game has been shocking results. And when you look at it in a season as a whole, decisions are coming back to bite him in the ass. Let's start with Aubameyang, because I think that's the best place to start.
Oh my days, bro! I was gonna bring it up, but seeing as you're there already, because this guy is missing.
I blame that dead haircut that he got on Arteta.
Bruv, man's trying to do his Krypton Conan thing. What are you talking about, fam?
Fam, he's going for a midlife crisis to get a flipping haircut like that. I didn't even know his hair was that long to get that. I told man already, if he cuts that hair off, it's not growing back. So he has to be doing these things from now, bruv. I couldn't believe what that was. And then to have a performance like he did. But then I've said it 1,000 times before. Aubameyang cannot play out wide. He can't play out wide. His passing game isn't good.
Them days are over, man.
Exactly. At 31, he does not want to play out wide. He got his goals playing through the middle. I know towards the end when Arteta came in, he tried it. Those were short-term fixes, not long-term. And this is the problem that a lot of these coaches do. They see a short-term fix and they keep on playing it. It hasn't worked for the whole season. Why is he still trying it? Okay?
No, it's true.
We get to the midfields. Ceballos hasn't played good at all this season.
Oh my God, he was so bad.
He was poor. I don't know why he was in that team. I know, and then he's not as good, but at least
it's because your boy Xhaka was injured, fam. Look what happened when he didn't play.
Again, this is another issue. When your team is relying on Granit Xhaka, it is another huge issue. We're talking about a guy who is a natural 6 out of 10. A natural 6 out of 10. And we are relying on him.
Natural 6 out of 10.
He is natural 6 out of 10. Once every 10 games, he'll give you an 8 out of 10 performance. Never 10 out of 10. He'll never give you 10 out of 10 in his life. In his life, he would never, ever get a 10 out of 10. Okay, I don't care if he scores. Nah, he would never get a 10 out of 10 because he's just not that player. So we're relying on a 6 out of 10 player to be our cornerstone in our team. The pressing, oh my gosh.
It was non-existent.
Poor Odegaard, he was the only one trying it because he grew up in that, he's Spanish, he's Norwegian, but he grew up in that Spanish system, went to Real Madrid at 16, so he knows, the pressing was non-existent. He was the only one doing it. It just looked horrible. Even in the game in the Europa League today, our press looks horrible. Like sometimes it's a press, sometimes not. It's like, what is going on? What is going on behind closed doors that is making the team play so badly? It has to be a coaching issue. It has to be a coaching issue.
It has to be a coaching issue. Before I do ask you about Arteta and the coaching, listen, we know that defense has been Arsenal's Achilles heel for the past 10, 15 years. And it still, to this day, hasn't been addressed. Don't understand why, but it hasn't. But bro, what is it about Arsenal that you lot just love letting midgets score headers? Like Jota comes on, I think it was his second touch of the game, he scored a header. Sterling did the same thing, scoring a header. What is going on at the back there? Why all these little guys are scoring goals? It's bad enough people are scoring from open play, but crosses, Sterling and Jota. Bro, I don't even think either of them are over 5'10".
It is, again, it comes down to coaching. Because we got rid of all the crap defenders now. We have defenders now that have a blank slate. In fact, I'll tell you what, for me, Gabriel has regressed since he has come in, because when he first came in, he was solid. And slowly, you can see him doing Arsenal-like things for the past 15 years.
Mate,
not looking over your shoulder. Bad in possession, bad decision-making, bad positioning. It's now become a coaching problem, and I gave Arteta the benefit of the doubt. But maybe, just maybe, this job was too early for him to sort out everything. You know, because we have so many problems, maybe if he came into a team that was okay but needed refining, he would have been better at. But because we have so many problems, he has too many problems to fix all over the pitch.
I think the most telling thing for me about Arteta from when he's first come in to now is, I said at the beginning that when he came in and in the beginning of the season, I said the one thing that we won't see again is basically the performance that you lot had on the Saturday just gone, where it was just poor all round. But the other thing I said was that you lot wouldn't leak goals the way you do. And that's come back to bite him in the ass, because obviously losing 3-0 at home to Liverpool, obviously the 3-3 against West Ham. So it's like, if these things are now starting to creep back in to Arsenal's game, bro, is it? And I know your stance. I know you're still going to give him till at least halfway through next season to see what happens. Or because of Corona. But if you don't win the Europa and these bad performances continue in the league, can he survive till the end of the season?
He will survive.
Think he will?
Yeah, no matter what, he will survive. He's good with what's his name? Edu.
Oh, Edu.
And you know, the whole thing that he's, regardless of what happens this season, and it is a COVID season, so let's reel things back. There is a COVID season. There has been up and down results from everyone. Liverpool are still struggling, and they were champions last season. Leicester, West Ham are in the top 4. So let's reel things back. And this is why I'll always give him a chance to finish his rebuilding process. Okay, next year, I know it's not going to be a full 3 years, but it's more than enough time to see something. And if I do not see a process by the middle of next season, then they'll have to think about letting him go then. Okay, no matter how bad it is now, I'll give him this season. It is a COVID season. Things are strange, but next season there's no excuses, because he's going to have his team. There's zero excuses for him. And I'm not going to make any excuses for him no more. And I won't be defending him against people. I won't be defending him against people that are saying Arteta out. As of right now, first of all, I don't want the toxic Arsenal fans to win that keep on saying Arteta out, because it's going to keep on going on forever. Somewhere you have to draw the line. You know, you can't keep saying, "Oh, manager does shit, get him out," because it's a rebuilding process. How long are we going to take to rebuild? It's a big job. So at least give the managers the opportunity. We can't keep hiring and sacking. It's just going to take even longer. At least a rebuilding process. In your case, I know you don't like it, but Ole has rebuilt the team. And
as I said, it's the only thing that I can give him credit for.
And you have to give him that time to rebuild. If Ole was sacked halfway between last season, then you have to start the whole process again with the new manager. You know, let him get a rebuild, so you've got the basis of something, and let a new manager come in so he got a basis of something to work with good players to work with. Okay, so that's my stance on that.
No, fair enough. It's a. Oh my days, bro! This guy's so rubbish. No, it's a good summary. I hear you completely in terms of giving Arteta time. It is a COVID season, whether we like it or not. Obviously, results aren't going the best way, but you're still in the Europa League. There's still the chance of winning it and making it back in, back into the Champions League.
Our season ended when Turney got injured. Without him, because he's the only one with some heart and passion in this side. So without him, for me, there's nothing left for the season for me. Let's just limp over the line and just get into the next season for me. That's it.
Fair enough. As we what obviously do prediction for the game this weekend. Obviously, you lot are away at Sheffield United, but we're going to move on to the big game of the weekend, which is Spurs versus United. Truth, go for it, man.
So we've been having loads and loads. Whoa, hit the post! Oh my days.
Who's that, Laka?
Yeah, just finishing. I don't know if they're doing it on purpose now. Anyway,
Fam, he's
United.
Goal.
I know.
Oh my days, bruv.
I know.
Oh my god. Oh, anyway.
We've been having loads of discussions about this. And I think now's the perfect time to bring it up. United have all but confirmed the top four. I think it's theirs now. I think everyone else is way too far away. With that win, not last minute, but it was 85 minutes was the goal, isn't it, for against Brighton? Yeah. I want to hear your thoughts in terms of Ole. Progress or the same? I know I'm gonna say my stance and you can answer, because I was Ole out because I don't believe he's a good coach. I still don't believe he's a good coach. But in terms of where United are compared to where 2.5 years ago under Mourinho, I think things were so dire back then. Players were not on side. I think he's got a group of players that want to win. They need to learn how to win. The big one, they need to learn how to win, but it's there. A few tweaks and they are in firm position to win trophies. Maybe not Premier League title. I don't think they have the consistency for that, but definitely cups they can definitely win. So I think Ole deserves the opportunity to finish his job, same as Arteta. I don't think he should be given a new contract. Don't get me wrong. I think giving him a new contract now is a dangerous thing. He's got a year left. See what he does in that year, and then give a new contract afterwards. But I know you know this. He got his boys in charge, and that's why his boys are right. Let's set ourselves up. But that's my stance in it. Go. Progress or no?
No, not for me. What I will say is, and which is the one thing that I said, I'm not one of these United fans that hate Ole so much that I'm blinded to not see that what he has done, and I've said it from the beginning, you can go and watch back all our previous videos. I said the one thing I will give him credit for is getting Deadwood out of the club and making this team a better team cohesively. It's a bit more, I wouldn't say talent-wise, because I think if I look back to like Van Gaal and Mourinho, they've always had talent in the team. But it's a team, it's a team now, it's not individuals.
Yeah.
That's what I will say. So that is what I will give Ole credit for. Nothing else. Simply because, yes, us being in second, and I can understand that at the end of the day, we've got to live in the now. And right now, we're in second with 4 points ahead of Leicester. Top four is all but guaranteed. But I don't look at it with rose-tinted glasses like some of these United fans. And I look at it from this perspective. If Liverpool don't have so many injuries, they're ahead of us. If Chelsea had Tuchel from the beginning, they're ahead of us. Right? So that puts us what? Now we're looking at fourth. right? Because I don't care what anybody says. If those two things happen, United are fourth. Coinciding with COVID, coinciding with it not being COVID, because people seem to forget before COVID last season, we were never making the Champions League. We were down and out, right? But Leicester threw away points. And then you're battling with Leicester, West Ham, and Spurs, who are battling for top four. So my whole thing is, in terms of football, what we see, the style, no progress. I believe I'm watching the same thing as what I was watching under Maureen, but we just have better players, i.e. the Brunos, the Pogbas, the Rashfords. Individual brilliance FC is what we're called. So in terms of style of play, no. And the most damning thing is, and I will repeat it over and over again, 2.5 seasons. I know this season is not done yet. 2.5 seasons, and there's still nothing to show for it. And I've said it from the beginning. If he doesn't finish second and he doesn't win a trophy, he has to go. Because if you look at what Maureen did, as much as everyone hated him, 2 trophies, second place finish. And when I say second, I don't mean second with 70 points. Maureen got 81 in that season that we lost the title to Man City, and people were going nuts. So I want that same energy if Ole doesn't get over 81 points, because it's still a bad second place. We're 14 points behind with a game in hand. So we still lost the title at a canter to City. So I don't believe there's any progress done by Ole apart from getting this squad what it is. That's it. But in terms of style of football, in terms of watching them, in terms of the individual brilliance FC, and in terms of the trophies, nothing has changed. But we will see. If he gets the Europa League, fair enough.
Dude, my stance is like, in this day and age, and we're going to get this when we talk about another segment about football. Maybe it's not necessary. Alex Ferguson, from 2000 and let's say 4 onwards, wasn't really coaching his team. You know, he was just managing it.
Yeah.
So maybe if you can just get the correct players, considering how football has regressed now, maybe you don't need to coach no more.
Oh, come
maybe
on, bro.
you can just manage.
Come on, bro. You're you know you're a coach. If you're gonna do that, all right, fair. If you're gonna go down that road, there's nothing wrong with it. But then get people that can actually coach. Then,
of course, I agree.
Because Fergie had Kirosh. What's the other brother? Renstein. He had Renstein as well. So he had proper he had proper coaches in there. Bruv, we've got Carrick, fucking McKenna. Right, every time I see that McKenna, bruv, or to this day, don't ask me what he does. I don't know what his job is. Apparently he's a coach. Coaching what? I don't know. Coaching what? I don't know. And then what's his name? And then you got Phelan, who's getting his pension. So, bro, as far as I'm concerned, if Ollie's going down that road, and as I said, the players like him, right? Because if they didn't, what players do nowadays, which I think is absolutely disgraceful, is that they down tool and don't play for the manager.
Yeah.
Right? But the players seem to like him. So if he's going to go down that road, get proper coaches in, but he won't. And there's 2 reasons why. One, because if he gets proper coaches in, they'll probably show him up because he hasn't got a fucking clue what he's doing. And 2, if he gets proper coaches in, he'll probably try and talk to them and they'll be like, who the fuck are you to tell me anything after the style of football that you play and the lack of silverware that you have and getting relegated by Cardiff and all the rest of it. So he won't. It's all, this whole United thing now is get my friends in so I'm protected. That's what he's done. That's why I said, bro, he is the Don. He is a mafia Don because he's got all his boys in and now we can't get rid of him. And you said don't give him the contract, bro. That contract's been signed. They just haven't said it yet. That contract's been signed. So as I said, as of when that contract comes out, and if Ole doesn't get the Europa League, the renaissance begins, bruv, to get this man out of my football club. To get him out of this football club, because I can't sit here and watch this shit football. Like, we're watching it right now. We're playing Granada. Granada, who's conceded the most goals in La Liga. Yes, they knocked out Napoli and Molde, but they've conceded the most goals in the Spanish league, and it's 1-0. And it's only 1-0. And I'm just like, bro, we're struggling against teams. Brighton on the weekend, they played the better football, but we just get over the line. That's what we are. Getting over the line is what we do. Just getting over the line. And some people will say, oh, yeah, well, that builds character. And, you know, sometimes you have to win ugly. You have to win ugly every single fucking game.
Get the fuck out of here.
Is that what we are? Winning ugly every single frigging game. Get out of it, man.
That's fair enough. I think, though, what you don't want next season, let's say fans are allowed back in the stadium. What you don't want is for the club to be split. Let's say you go on a bad run, small bad run. Let's say you've been doing good, you go on a bad run. I've been there. The fans at our two clubs right now are very toxic.
Yep, 100.
You need them in the stadium now to push the team forward. I've been at Arsenal with a toxic fan base. It is not a good atmosphere when the fans are split. They start booing players and something. I think going forward, even if it's just for next season, even if he's still there, they have to be behind the manager and behind the club, regardless of it. And I'm afraid that because there's so much in terms of Ole out, it's not a small contingency. It's quite large. I fear that if things start going wrong, it may derail you next season, and that was to put you a few steps back.
Fam, look, we're going to be behind regardless. And when I say that, I mean, as I said, next season, Liverpool are going to have all their players back, right? Next season, Chelsea will strengthen. If they do the right things, Haaland will be their number 9, right? City are going to, or City, if City get Haaland, right? Then if City get Haaland, it's over for everybody already. Right, so those are 3 teams. I can't say Spurs because of Maureen and the whole he's self-destructing already, and it hasn't even been long enough yet. As far as you lot are concerned, I would expect you lot to strengthen as well, right? Leicester, if Leicester get Champions League football, they will strengthen, and we saw what they did to us in the FA Cup. Right, so my whole thing is that we can't wait till next season, bro, because it's only gonna be downhill from next season. The fan base is already split. It's gonna be like that in the stadium, because regardless of what this man does, and I think this is the reason why the fan base is split, because this guy is getting away with crimes that all the previous managers they wanted out. And that's the biggest gripe for me, is that this guy is getting away with crimes, right? That all the other managers, Louis van Gaal, got crucified, but he won an FA Cup, got us back in the Champions League, right? Got crucified, right? Won it out. Maureen won us 2 trophies, got us into the Champions League, finished second, said it was his, one of the best things ever achieved. Everyone laughed at him, but no one's laughing now because that's exactly what it looks like. Wanted him out. This man, this fraudulent man, and I've tried to be as civil as I can, but this fraudulent man, right, has done so much fuckeries, right? Gotten capped with 9 lives, and he's still here, and people are still defending this, and that's the biggest shit for me. And I know yourself, Truth, and welcome to Mr. K, and he's come in during my rant. I know you two grew up on sexy football being something great. And when I sit here and watch this criminal with this dead football, even with us, even though United didn't play Arsenal football, it was still exciting. Man, them flying down the wings, fullbacks overlapping. All of that's a 4-4-2. Even when Fergie was getting to the second half of his career, 4-3-3. But you're on the edge of your seat. We go 1-0 down and you're expecting a bombardment. Look at when Spurs went, 3-0 up against us, and they were still scared of us coming back. But there's none of that now. There's none of that because this man is so freaking negative. As I said, it's still 1-0 against Granada, bruv. You got Rash in the comments saying United are playing their full strength team and these guys can't put these guys away. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Like, at the end of the day, just to sum up, at the end of the day, I know Ollie's not going anywhere. Unfortunately for me, he's not going to go anywhere. He's going to be there next season. My whole thing is that these fans need to stop being blind. Stop supporting these people blindly because Ollie don't care about you. Woodward don't care about you. Glazers don't care about anything. Glazers are looking to save money. Woodward wants to run the club because he thinks, yes, I'm the top don. And Ole is just stealing the living and is happy to be there because he knows once he's done, he's going to have to go back to the Norwegian league because no one else is going to want him.
Oh, no. No. Oh, no.
So my whole thing is that let him get through the
He'll get a championship. He'll get a championship team.
Rob, championship teams don't want him. He'll never get another job in England. But what I'm saying is that let him have this transfer window. We'll see who we bring in because apparently we can only spend about 100 mil. And if that's all we got, then we're not getting much with it. Also, he's got to deal with the fact that both De Gea and Pogba will probably leave at the end of the season as well and all that. So we'll see what happens. But my whole thing is that no trophies, it's not a success. Hold Ollie accountable like you held all those other managers accountable. And let's move on and see what we can do with a manager that knows what he's doing or a manager that will bring coaches that know what they're doing.
Fair enough. That was thorough. Not gonna lie, that was pretty thorough. Okay, you missed it, but you'll see the rest of it later. Let's touch quickly on.
Was it the usual?
I was quite diplomatic.
I challenged him a bit.
I was quite diplomatic.
Yeah, no, I challenged him a bit. I challenged his view because, as I said, I used to be Ole out, but
it seemed it.
I want him in. I want my man Ole in. You know. But yeah, let's discuss about that's Jose Mourinho, Trophy Mourinho.
Sorry guys, I think there's a delay when I speak, so can I pop in and pop out? I'm just gonna pop out.
Go on.
Yeah, jump in and jump out, man.
I think there's a delay when I say something.
Yeah, let's discuss Trophy Mourinho and his Tottenham has-been. I know. Was it another draw? It was a draw, innit?
Yeah,
it's got a last minute goal.
Yes,
at least an Arsenal player did score. Joe Willock. Perhaps couldn't be happier for him.
Listen, shout out to Tooth and his boy Joe Linton, bruv. Build that man a statue right now, fam.
Oh man, did you see expressions videos when he started talking about Willock here? I started laughing because he stopped and told you like, who is that? Don't tell me.
I swear I know that guy. I swear I know that guy. That can't be that Arsenal guy. That can't.
I had to rewind it. You know, shout out expressions. We know we've been talking about it. I think Tottenham were at that time the team that gave away the most points from a winning position. They didn't play horribly, but it's Tottenham all over. It's Mourinho all over. He loves going in that lead and giving the other team the opportunity to come and attack you. Newcastle have been dead and buried. Against Tottenham, they look like a different team because Bruce is like, Mourinho's going to let me have the ball, so I might as well do something with it. Imagine that Steve Bruce on the front. Oh my God.
Yeah, especially in that first half. First half, they were all over them. All over them.
It was a criminal that they went down 2-1. But credit to them. They came back. Questions again have to be asked of Maureen. It is Carabao Cup or bust. And you know what? It's not because I don't think Carabao Cup is enough. For me, personally, if I was a Tottenham fan, I know I'm not, but Carabao Cup without top four, for me, it's Carabao Cup and top four or bust. Carabao Cup alone isn't good enough for me. What are your thoughts?
No, it's true. It's true. I think in terms of the game, I didn't think Spurs played the way how they normally do. In the first half, yeah. But in the second half, I think if Sugarcane gets his hat-trick and finishes that game off, they win it easily. I think they had chances. And I think that's the one thing for me that differs from all the previous games where they've just been dire, is the fact that I think they had chances this time, and I can't get onto Maureen too much in that game.
But the last 10 minutes, though, he did let Newcastle have the ball.
I mean, how many times do we see it though? Obviously, people, don't worry, we're gonna have a big talk about the state of football right now, but that's how football is right now. Last 10 minutes, everyone's like sitting back, hands to the pump football and just playing on the counter attack. So that really didn't faze me, but I think they had to kill that game off, because it seems like in all their games they leave the door open for teams to get back in it, and that's why it keeps biting them in the arse. But I think on that game specifically, I think the players were to blame for that one. I think they created more than enough chances. Sugarcane, as much as he got 2 goals, should have got a hat-trick and killed the game dead. But at the same time, I completely agree with you. It is Carabao Cup and top 4 or bust. I think that, what is it? Sugar, where is it? I wrote it down.
What's that?
Yeah. After all that, all that, they're still 3 points off top 4.
That's crazy.
They're still 3 points off top 4.
That
so
is crazy.
They are still in the race for top 4. And I think they've got a decent run coming in. I think they've only got to play, they've got us on the weekend, and I think they've got to play Everton after. And I think that's it. I think that's it after that.
I don't like their run, to be honest, because they're facing teams that they don't really do well against. Apart from Sheffield United, Southampton are good on the ball. So if you let Southampton be on the ball, they punish you. They're playing you guys. A lot of those teams there, Leeds, you let them have the ball, they'll punish you. Villa with Grealish back, if you let them have the ball, they'll punish you. Leicester, definitely let them have the ball, they punish you. So, there's teams there where you're thinking, if Tottenham play the Tottenham way, which is or the Mourinho way, then you could easily see them struggling with those fixtures. But if they do, I feel if they do go and really attack those games, then they do stand a chance. But we're talking about Mourinho here, so I don't expect much.
Mr. Kerry, what do you think? What do you think about Spurs? Obviously, 3 points off top 4. You had Truth go some of the fixtures that they've got. Do you think that they are capable of making top 4 based on that?
Based on just their play at the moment?
Just their play at the moment.
Everything,
fixtures they got left.
The next few is quite tough, actually, as Truth was sort of speaking about, where they've got Man United and they've got Everton, and then I think they have Sheffield United, and then they have the Carabao Cup final mixed in with that, and they're definitely going to have one eye on that cup final, because that's their best chance, and they want to get that monkey off their back about not winning the trophy. So that's going to be in the forefront of my mind. I think I wouldn't be surprised if they rest players in and around that, but I know they won't. In terms of taking players off early, and they will mix and match the wide players, they're throwing the Mela more into the mix a couple of times. You'll see Tanganga and Dominic, all these guys mix and matching. So I think Liverpool they've pulled themselves back into it. I said a couple of weeks ago about they're just getting into a good run, and so this is them warming up. And they seem to be sort of working through the gears. So Spurs have to watch out, because Liverpool are coming. Liverpool are really coming. So I don't think so. You don't think so?
I think Liverpool. Look, that Real Madrid just game for me made sure everybody realized that Liverpool are the same dead team that they were a few games ago. Yeah, they got a few good results over Wolves and us, but we're pants, bro. And Wolves, that was a tight game that they just scraped through. And at the moment, they're just relying on Jota to get them out of trouble.
Literally relying on Jota, and you got to remember as well, Real Madrid this game should be, the tie should be over, to be honest. Yeah. But Liverpool still have a chance. But as Klopp said, they haven't got the fans behind them for that magic. So it could look like they're going out. But if they do go out, that allows them to focus on the league.
It's true.
I can agree with Mr. KA that Liverpool are coming, but then you obviously can't forget about Chelsea as well.
Chelsea.
We can't write off the team that actually currently in 4th place, which is West Ham. So
it's true.
It's gonna be. Oh my days, bruv. It's gonna be a tight race for that 4th spot. But truth listen, Spurs need that 4th spot. But if they don't get it, bro, they might have to sell that stadium.
I don't know what the market is now for toilets nowadays, but I don't know how much they're really gonna get for it. But you're totally correct, boy. Their finances are dire right now, and no one's ever gonna talk about it. No one's ever gonna say anything because they like to keep this stuff in house. And if they alert stuff, it'll lose a lot of their marketability, advertising, that kind of stuff. But when you're in when that stadium costs about 1 billion and you financed it through certain things and you're expected to get concerts and everything there and you haven't got them, it's put a deep hole in their pocket. So without Champions League football,
so many things they banked on the NFL games coming to play. So many things that was going to bring in money.
It is, as Arsenal go 1-0 up, Pepe getting the goal. Important goal at home. But yeah, man. Spurs are in. Listen, at the end of the day, as I said, 3 points off top 4. Carabao Cup. There's still a lot to play for them. And as we said, if anyone can win the Carabao Cup in the final in a one-off game, it's Maureen. Yeah. And at the same time, with the players that they got, they can easily try and squeeze into that top 4. 4 teams fighting for one spot. I think a lot of people are trying to bank on trying to drag Leicester back into the mix as well, hoping that Leicester will capitulate.
Yeah, it's tough with Leicester. It's tough because I think, what's the gap? 5 points between them and 5th? They could put
5 points.
West Ham. Let's talk about West Ham. Let's talk about West Ham. Can West Ham realistically get the top 4?
Yeah, hold on. Where's my notes on West Ham?
See their fixtures.
Their fixtures, bro. All right, the 3 hard fixtures that they've got left. Yeah, they got Leicester on the weekend, and they got Chelsea and Everton, but they're all at home. I know, obviously, home and away doesn't really mean much because there's no fans. But then when you look at the rest of their fixtures, it's a decent run-in for them. It is a decent run-in for them. So when you look at it like that, they're 4th in the league, point ahead of Chelsea. They got Leicester, Chelsea, and Everton, but they're all at home. The way how they're playing, they're scoring goals. I think the only teams that have scored more goals than them in the league are City, United, Leicester, Spurs, and Liverpool. So they're 6th in the list in scoring goals. We should have never said about West Ham. Never in your life would you have said that about West Ham. And you've got to give credit to the job that Moyes has done so far. Yeah, go on.
For me, this is the thing. This is the one thing. This is why coronavirus is, we need to say coronavirus is. West Ham were notoriously bad at home. They were notoriously shocking at the London Stadium. The fans were there getting their back after, going 1-0 down. So they have benefited a lot from coronavirus, and we're seeing the benefits of that now. They're in for a chance. KA, can they do it? That's the question. I want to know, can they do it? Not a maybe, yes or no. Do you see West Ham next season playing the likes of Real Madrid?
One thing I will say before Kay answers, they've got the stadium for it.
It's true.
They've got the stadium for it.
Go on, Kay.
It's so hard to predict, honestly, about because just looking at the table right now, there's, as you said, look, right now there's 9 points between second, Man United in second, and Chelsea in 5th. Like, strange things that can happen. Like, that 9 points is not that many points.
No, we're in it. I told people right on
guarantee
top 4. We're still in it. But fam, it is Ole. We're still in it.
No, No, United are through. I don't want to hear it, guys.
Like it
Kay,
sounds
you haven't answered
crazy.
the question,
It
Kay.
sounds
I want to hear
crazy.
you. West Ham, do you see them next season, yes or no, playing Barcelona, PSG, coming to the London Stadium? Do you see that?
Can you imagine like Mbappe against Messi
This guy
Lingard,
keeps-
bro?
This guy's like Obama. He likes dancing around the question. Answer it, yes or no?
But I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. It's hard. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. It's like, this is crazy because I keep thinking that they're going to fall off, but that loan signing of Lingard was just a master, sort of masterpiece
6 goals
of
and
a
3
gem,
assists
bro.
in 8 games.
They have
bruv.
the #1 player in the Premier League right now, Messi
Right now he's on
Lingard.
fire, bro. Messi Lingard, bro.
See
Like,
what happens when a player plays in the system.
crazy, bro.
Like, if he gets Champions League football, I'm not gonna lie, we have to forget about his time at United.
Yeah,
Who?
yeah, 100.
Oh, Lingard.
Moyes,
Or
Moyes.
No, Moyes.
Yeah.
And
We-
coach of the year as well.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
completely redeemed himself. Like he's like overwritten the England stint, the Man United stint. Like he's like proved himself as a manager.
Yeah, no, I think
If he
so. I
gets
think
them,
we
you're
just
right, I agree.
we just have to be like, that was just United's fault, wrong time, wrong place, and you can see what he's done when he's been allowed to get some. Maybe Moyes for Arsenal next year.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Nah, it's Moyes again for England, but
Work hard.
Nah, it's working at the moment. Work hard, it's working.
It's true, it's working. It's
It's-
working.
It's just
It
crazy,
is working.
man. Like the table is so hard to predict, and as you guys talked about, with the fixtures, there's so many kind of like banana skins that can keep the topsy-turvy up and down season going.
Mm.
So
It's a mad one. It is a mad one. And shout out to all the West Ham fans. You know what I mean? Like
man,
all the
bubbles.
pain and suffering that they've been through
Yeah,
in the
it's
past
true,
few
it's true.
seasons, and they're enjoying
It's
it.
true.
Can you
I mean,
imagine that bubble machine in the Champions League?
because I've seen it.
know.
I was looking at all the media and where they said West Ham would finish, and basically the average was that West Ham was going to finish like 15th or lower. Some people had them getting relegated this season.
Bro, after the first 2 games, everyone thought they were going to get relegated. Everyone thought they were going to get relegated, even though they played very well against us. I remember when we beat them 2-1. Everyone said they're going to get relegated, but he's done a good job. You can't take anything away from them, whether it's COVID season or not. He's done a good job.
I'm looking at West Ham's form right now, and this shows that it's the way that this season is. Their form right now is last 5 games: lose, win, lose, draw, win, and they're in 4th place. Like,
It's mad.
That's it.
What is going on?
It's such a weird form.
You can lose 2 games and draw 1 and still be with a shot wherever you are.
That's the weirdest thing about it. Look, Man United is draw, win, 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 and they're only 8 points ahead of West Ham. That's why it's so hard to call.
No, it's the same with us, to be honest, because even though we keep on losing and losing, I still harbor hopes.
Until
last week, because last week we were only 9 points away, and if we had won, then we would have been 7 points behind West Ham, still in with the chance. Because you always think about West Ham dropping points. Chelsea's shock loss to West Brom. It's just it's craziness in this league right now.
It's a crazy COVID years. Penandes does what Penandes does and makes it 2-0 in the Europa League game. But yeah, of course it was. But we got to go to. We were supposed to talk about something else, but unfortunately we ain't got time.
Yeah, we have to leave that for another day.
Yeah, we have to leave that for another day. But truth, as we go into Mr. K logged on the right time. As we go into predictions.
Unfortunately, it came down to the final game of the final game on Sunday. It was United Brighton, and last 5 minutes.
Sorry, Truth, before you continue, it's 1-1 in the Arsenal game.
No, away goal. Gosh.
Saw that coming. I saw that
I'm not
coming.
even watching the game at the moment.
I don't know what's just playing on. It's just ridiculous.
It's full time
Last minute as well.
Last minute, full time.
Away goal, and that was. Let's just.
What makes it worse the amount of chances that we missed, but as I said, the season for me is over. Even if we were to get through, I don't see us winning the Europa League, so I'm not going to focus too much on that. But yeah, it came down to the United game. I was 5 minutes away from winning again, but freaking KA got the correct result with Man United Brighton 2-1. I feel kind of robbed personally because Brighton should have had a penalty. Brighton should have had a penalty, but that's the way it goes. KA won again this week. He's slowly catching up to me, actually. I think it's his third win. Yeah, it's his third win. I'm still ahead with 4. TJ's still yet to get off the mark.
People pray for me. People pray for me.
You need to get Ole to coach you, manage you.
Piss off.
So we're gonna go into the game for this week. Let's
go. Where are we starting from? Man City Leeds.
Yeah, I think that's the early game, isn't it?
Yeah,
the early game. Wonder what we're going for there. Man City Leeds. I let K start this one since he won.
Man City Leeds. I'm going for a 2-1 Leeds. Sorry. 2-1 Man City. Sorry.
2-1 Man City.
2-1 Man City. Yeah, Leeds play. They're decent away from home, but I can see them. They will score, but Man City will win
2-1. I'm going for a 4-0 Man City. Wow. Actually, they just played midweek, and they got next week on their mind. I'm gonna go 2-0 Man City. TJ?
I'm gonna go 3-1 Man City.
3-1. What's the score in the first game? It was 1-1, isn't it? The game earlier this year.
Yeah. That's when I think it was.
I don't remember.
Fine, I think I changed man and go 4-1 Man City.
And he had 3 attempts, man. This guy.
4-1. Only because I think Leeds will score. But I think they leave the back door open. Next game is Liverpool Aston Villa. Nobody knows. I don't know how to predict this one at all.
Liverpool at home. He's Jack back for this game. I know he's
going
back
to be
training.
It has to be revenge.
Apparently he is going to be back, but he won't start. Yeah, revenge because they got beat 7, wasn't it?
Yeah. 7, was it 7-2 or 7?
Yeah, 7-2 or something like that.
I think it was 7-2. That's when Watkins and that's when Watkins kind of announced himself, wasn't it?
It's a hard one because Liverpool, they put so much effort into that Real Madrid game. They got Real Madrid again next week. Is it the Champions League fixture next week?
They're all next week, yeah.
And they have to focus on that. I'm gonna go.
They can't afford to rotate. Who have they got to rotate into that squad?
No one. They could get what's the guy that they bought from Preston, Ben Davis. Yeah, they could do that. TJ.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Liverpool. I think the way how Villa's playing. Don't get me wrong. When Jack comes on that second half, bruv, Jack just needs to walk over to that left wing because that's Trent on toast all day, fam. Trent on toast all day.
No matter who's there, the game's going on. I think McGinn plays on. Does he play on the left?
Nah, they played at El Ghazi.
Oh yeah,
he'll rip him apart. But if I was Bertrand Traore, I'd go on that side as well, bro.
Open season. Okay.
I think Liverpool win, but it's just a scoreline. I'm not sure how much they'll win by. I say 1-0 Liverpool.
1-0. You guys have confidence in them, bro. Next game is Crystal Palace Chelsea. TJ, you can start for this one.
$1-0 Chelsea.
Okay. I'm going 2-0 Chelsea.
That was my scoreline as well, 2-0 Chelsea.
Okay, 2-0 Chelsea?
Yeah, that was my scoreline.
You got to do the thingy game, the Leicester West Ham game.
Yeah, that's a top game. That's a top 4 game.
Top 4 game right now.
That's a top 4 game. Let's do it. Let's do West Ham and
Super Saturday. Super Sunday.
City. I'm going Desmond's 2-2. I think be high scoring 2-2. Okay.
I'm going Leicester. Leicester, 2-1 Leicester.
2-1 Leicester. TJ?
I'm gonna go 1-1.
1-1. 1-1. Fair enough. Big game on Sunday. Tottenham United. Tottenham at home. Don't know if it makes a difference. Let's go to TJ.
Nil,
Man,
nil.
you never go first, bro.
No.
You haven't gone first once. You just keep passing it on.
0-0. You sure?
No, I'm not mad at 0-0, you know. So,
Nah, I'm gonna go 2-1 Tottenham.
This guy. I'm not putting that down, you know. I'm just sticking with 0-0. I'm not putting that down.
Oh, I'm going 2-1 Tottenham.
I'm going 0-0. This guy's actually saying Tottenham are gonna beat his side with Marine. No way. I'm putting down 0-0.
watch it be the result he said, and then
I laugh,
he's gonna cuss. He's gonna cuss next week.
I actually laugh.
He's gonna cuss. What do I think? I say 1-1.
1-1.
Yeah.
I think Tottenham are dead food, man. I think I'm gonna go 3-1 United.
Jeez.
I think Tottenham are there. I don't think they got anything left in the bank.
Statement. Man United come to make a statement.
Last one. Sheffield United, Arsenal.
Big game.
Anyone cares.
Main event.
Man said big game, bruv.
I'm going for this one. I'm going. I don't even. We're just so bad at it. I just don't. I think our season just needs to hype and finish.
You can just see Goldrick scoring, innit?
Everyone flipping. I swear Bruce doesn't even score this year. He'll score against us.
Goldrick did his celebration. I'm so annoyed.
I'm going 3-2 Arsenal.
Wow.
Okay.
So how you stunned everyone into silence, like. Arsenal, Sheffield. I have to back us, man. 2-0 Arsenal. My chest, 2-0. Boys, let's go.
TJ.
2-1.
He doesn't even know who. Man just said 2-1. It's just going to be 2-1 to somebody.
2-1 Arsenal.
Wow,
let's
you're brave.
Okay,
that's it.
I could have easily went Sheffield United there.
You could have. You wouldn't be wrong.
But I just think they're down in the Championship now, bro. I don't think they've got anything left. I think players are just trying to preserve and not get injured so they can get sold in the summer.
Fair enough. It's true. We're looking at one of them players. We're looking at, what's that guy's name? The one at Sanderberg, the guy that they signed.
Is it?
The guy that was at Liverpool.
No.
Are you thinking Patrick Berger?
No. I'm sure Liverpool's got some Vandenberg or something.
No, Sanderberg. He's a midfielder for Sheffield United.
Yeah. They spent. I think he's a record signing.
He didn't even start that much for them, man. And we're really looking at him. He used to battle with Lundstrom for starting spot.
He's good though. Apparently, he's actually very good. But
this is how far the everything's fallen, bruv. That Arsenal, Sheffield United plays.
He was that good that Sheffield United were the only team that were in for him a couple of seasons back.
That's mad. But yes, that's it from us, people. Another review/preview show done. It's been thoroughly entertaining from my guys, The Truth and Mr. Kitty. Make sure before we go to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Let us know what you think. Let us know, give us your predictions. Let us know what you think. Arteta in, Arteta out. Do you think Ollie deserves that 3-year deal?
Of course.
We even get into the self-implosion of Maureen at Spurs. I think we said it so many times. And bro, someone please let us know, yeah, how many of the man them were playing the left wing against Trent Alexander-Arnold, bro? Because I know footballer, but I think I could get past him just as much as anyone else.
Hey.
Honestly. But I want to say thank you very much to my guys, the Truth and Mr. K. Hey, thank you very much, gentlemen.
It was a pleasure, man. It was a pleasure.
Same. Sorry for my lateness, but I'm here.
People, we will be back. It is that weekend. There's no more excuses. Everything's passed. The trade deadline's passed. The buyout deadline's passed. The NBA podcast will be coming. It's being recorded at some point this weekend to go out probably Monday because I'm back to football. So it'll be out on Monday. We will be back. We may have Cooking with Rash on as well. But it is going to be filmed. So people, get your NBA hats on. It's gonna be a long one because we've got so much to discuss because there's been so much being spoken about.
Days, it's true, yeah.
But we're gonna thoroughly enjoy it, and we hope that you're gonna enjoy it as well as you've enjoyed this recording also. But thank you very much, guys. Stay safe. As what is it now? We're coming up to non-essential shops being opened. We can go back. I can finally go back to the barbers and get a trim. Out here looking like Teddy Pendergrass right now, bruv. But thank you very much, people, and we shall see you very, very soon. Peace.